As training camp looms, the fate of Nikola Vucevic hangs in the balance, and the future of the Chicago Bulls could be on the line. Will the veteran center remain in the Windy City, or is a blockbuster trade on the horizon? With key players already departing and whispers of a rebuild growing louder, it's time to dive into the drama unfolding in Chicago. You won't want to miss this. Welcome to Chicago Bulls News, your go-to source for the latest updates on the Windy City's favorite team. Today, we're diving deep into some hot topics surrounding the Chicago Bulls as training camp approaches, and you won't want to miss this. We've got news, analysis, and a whole lot of speculation, so let's get right into it. As the Chicago Bulls gear up for what promises to be a pivotal training camp, one name looms large in the air: Nikola Vucevic. With trade rumors swirling like a whirlwind, fans are left wondering what's next for the veteran center. Vucevic, who has been a key player for the Bulls since joining the team, is entering the second year of a hefty 3-year, $60 million deal. That's a significant investment, but is he still the right fit for this franchise? At 33 years old, Vucevic brings experience and talent, but his presence might complicate the Bulls' long-term vision. The team is at a crossroads, and right now, they find themselves in a tough spot, caught in no man's land. They're not quite contenders, but they're also not in full tank mode. And trust me, that's the last place you want to be in the NBA. It's a precarious position that often leads to mediocrity, and that's something Chicago fans are all too familiar with. The city has a rich basketball history, and the desire for a championship run is ever present. Let's take a closer look at what's happening with the Bulls. Over the summer, we witnessed significant roster changes, including the departures of key players like DeMar DeRozan and Alex Caruso. These moves have sent a clear signal: the Bulls are embarking on a rebuild, and the direction they choose to take will greatly impact their future. It's a process that can be painful but ultimately necessary for long-term success. With Vucevic in the mix, it raises the question: does he fit into the team's new vision? While his skill set has been an asset, the team's performance has faltered. They've struggled to find their footing, and if Vucevic remains on the roster, it could hinder their ability to fully embrace a rebuilding phase. The Bulls need to decide whether to invest in young talent and future potential or continue to rely on veteran presence like Vucevic. It's a tough call for management, balancing the immediate need for experience against the long-term benefits of cultivating youth. In a recent interview with Mark Stein, Vucevic openly addressed the constant trade chatter. He stated, "I'm used to it at this point. Since I've been with the Bulls, I've been in a lot of trade stories, especially last summer and throughout last season. It's just part of it." This candid response shows that Vucevic is well aware of the pressures that come with playing in a big market like Chicago, where speculation is always high and decisions are often scrutinized. He went on to highlight a crucial point: if things were going well and we're winning, this wouldn't be the case. But since we weren't achieving our goals, change is bound to happen. It's a sentiment many players share when a franchise is in a state of flux, but it also underscores the reality that the Bulls need to reassess their roster to align with their aspirations. Every decision, from trades to draft picks, plays a role in crafting a competitive future. So, let's discuss Vucevic's value in the current market. With his experience as a 2-time All-Star, you might think there would be a long line of teams interested in acquiring him. However, the landscape is more complex. At 33 years old, with a large contract and questions about his performance level, the demand for Vucevic may not be as high as one would hope. The reality is that many teams are focusing on younger, dynamic players who can grow with the franchise rather than veterans who may be on the decline. Vucevic's skill set is impressive. He's a versatile big man with scoring and rebounding capabilities, but can he provide the same impact he once did? Teams looking to make a move for him will weigh his age, contract, and the potential return on investment. It's a challenging market, and the Bulls will have to navigate it carefully if they hope to secure the best deal possible. The Bulls are clearly in a transitional phase. The departure of DeRozan and Caruso indicates a strategic shift, and it's essential for the franchise to determine its next steps. Are they ready to commit to a rebuild and embrace the unknown, or will they hold on to established players like Vucevic, hoping to recapture past success? The choices made in the coming weeks will define the team's trajectory for years to come, shaping not just the roster, but the entire culture of the franchise. Another name floating around is Zach LaVine. The two-time All-Star's future in Chicago is uncertain, adding another layer of complexity to the Bulls' roster dynamics. If Chicago decides to trade Vucevic, it would signal a full embrace of the rebuild, allowing them to shift focus to younger talents who can help shape the future. The front office has a monumental task ahead, needing to strike the right balance between immediate competitiveness and long-term success. And speaking of fans, we want to hear your thoughts. What do you think the Bulls should do with Vucevic? Should they hold on to him and see how this season plays out, or is it time to pull the trigger on a trade? The input from fans is crucial, especially in a city as passionate about basketball as Chicago. The buzz around the league is palpable, and as training camp approaches, excitement and uncertainty are in the air. Fans are eager to see how the team will respond to this pivotal moment. The decisions made in the coming weeks could define the Bulls' trajectory for years to come. As the season looms, every decision counts. Will the Bulls embrace the opportunity to cultivate a new era, or will they cling to the familiar faces in hopes of a quick turnaround? Only time will tell, but what we do know is that Vucevic's situation is a significant factor in this equation. As we approach the season opener, there's a sense of anticipation mixed with trepidation among the fan base. The idea of a rebuild can be daunting, but it's also a chance for the Bulls to find their footing in a league that's always evolving. The emergence of young talent, the potential for draft picks, and the excitement of new players can reinvigorate a franchise and its loyal supporters. In the meantime, fans can take solace in the fact that change often brings new opportunities. Whether Vucevic stays or goes, the Bulls are poised to embark on a journey that could reshape the franchise. It's a thrilling time to be a fan, as the potential for growth and success hangs in the balance. So, Bulls fans, what's your take? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you hopeful for a fresh start, or do you believe in the potential of this current roster? And if you enjoyed today's deep dive into the Vucevic saga, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more exciting Bulls news and updates. We'll be here to keep you in the loop every step of the way.